What's up, everybody? This is Podcast Gameoverse, episode 181 for Thursday, June the 6th. It is I, Wasabi Ice Cream, joined as always by Rick. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Rick. I'm here. You're here. We're all here to talk about video games. A lot's happened this week. It's been a good week for some discussion. Let's start where we always start, man. Tell people what you've been playing.
Okay, for me, I'm dedicating this month to the indies.
Ooh, here we go.
I'm streaming nothing but indie games almost every day. So, so far, I've done 3, kind of 4, if you want to count Combat Master, which is it's like a Call of Duty clone that I found. The thing is, it's a mobile game, but it's on Steam as well, and has crossplay, and it's also free to play, and it's also pay to win as fuck, and it's completely unbalanced. Because you can go in there on PC and just trounce these fucking mobile kids. It is so unfair. But then at the same time, it's completely pay to win, because you can just buy your way. You can just buy all the guns. You can just buy everything. It's like so unbalanced and unfair, and it's so much fun that I don't care. Like, I don't care at all. Me and Hamtaro and Uncle Dolph just got in there and just played a bunch of rounds, and it's just fun, man. Also, we learned that Hamtaro was just disgusting in FPS games. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, he was winning every round.
Never known, man.
Yeah. So, but like, it doesn't even matter because it's so stupid. Like, the spawns are shitty. It'll just spawn you in front of other players. Like, it's just bad. It's a bad game, man. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that you should play it, but you should play this game, especially if you're on PC, because you're just gonna win every time. You're gonna win every time, and it's just fun. It's fun. Now I see why all the Call of Duty guys are like hate skill-based matchmaking, because it's just fun. It's just fun to trounce people. It's just fun to steamroll these assholes, man. And it's good.
Funny, dude.
So that's Combat Master, free to play on Steam. Just check it out. Played on Clay's recommendation, friend of the stream. Clay recommended Little Gator game, and I played through that in its entirety.
I heard about that one. It's a cute little like slice of life like game, right? It kind of reminds me of Breath of the Wild, but like smaller.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, kinda, not really. It's more like that game. If you ever played A Short Hike, it's like that, but just like a 3D platformer instead of like isometric. That game kind of was.
Yeah.
But this game's fucking adorable, man.
Yeah.
This game is so cute. It's so adorable. And charming, all the characters and the writing, the dialogue. It's just so fucking cute, man. Like, I like kind of needed this game as a palate cleanser, and it just brightened my whole day. Like, after I finished it, I kind of like teared up a little bit. It's so cute, man. It's just so cute.
Yeah?
If you haven't played this, just like dedicate an evening just to get in there and just cleanse your soul, just make everything right again. It's great. It's great. I got nothing more to say other than that.
Yeah,
I'm 100% of it.
A cute little cozy game.
Yeah. Like, it's almost like Animal Crossing mixed with like Zelda almost, but there's no enemies, there's no combat, you can't die, it's just you're a little kid you're just making an adventure out of with your friends and just whatever items you find scattered around the world. It's just so much fun. So it's on Game Pass. It's fun.
Oh, it's on Game Pass? I'll check it out.
Got all the achievements, so 100% it. I don't think I've done that in any Xbox game so far. I think I did go back to Hellblade to 100% that because it was just easy. I was only missing like 2 achievements. But
I'm sure you could 100% like Indica too. Like,
oh yeah,
that's not an
yeah.
Xbox game though. Never mind. That's not a Game Pass game. I thought it was.
Yeah, but yeah, a little Gator game.
So those are that's the standout, like little Gator game.
Bunch of standouts here. Well, that's the standout, I would say.
Yeah.
But there's another one called Arcus Chroma Classic. By the way, all these are on YouTube, so live stream all of these. So if you're curious about them, you can check them out. Arcus Chroma is a fighting game where you can't jump. It's like combo based. So
ooh,
there's no jumping. Straight combos, countering,
Arcus
dodging.
Chroma, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Arcus Chroma. I think it's like $6 on Steam. So I was like, oh, why the hell not? Looks okay. Sounds all right. And yeah, it's pretty. It's in early access, so it's pretty bare bones right now. There's not a lot of content in it, and I don't even think they're adding like online competitive or anything. So I think it's just gonna be strictly local. But
it sounds like a fun little game.
It's a good foundation. It's a good foundation where they can build on. So I'm curious to see where it goes. But yeah, right now it's a little light on content. I'll say that. You can only fight CPU or other players. And then the CPU doesn't have a difficulty slider. So sometimes they're like way too easy. And then sometimes they're difficult. And then when they're difficult, it's fun because you actually get a good fight. But played that on YouTube, so you can go into the archives and check that out. And was it yesterday? Yesterday I played another game called Quest Master, and this game is the Mario Maker that Zelda Maker. It's the Zelda. Yeah? It's the Zelda Maker game that Nintendo will never make. And I thought they would. I thought they'd have a bunch of like Maker games after Mario Maker because it's just a no-brainer.
Yeah, but it's easy money. Like
yeah, and a Zelda Maker, which it was brought to my attention that the Link's Awakening remake did have some sort of dungeon creation mode, but all you could do was just place prefab assets. You couldn't really it wasn't very in depth. This game, super in depth. It gives you everything you expect from. It's also still in early access, but it does everything you expect from basically all of the 2D Zelda games packed into one. It gives you all those options. And then it also the maker mode in this. It's very intuitive in the same way that Mario Maker was, where you place an enemy, then you put wings on it, and now it's a flying enemy. Or you place a chest, and then you drag an item over it, and now that chest has that item in it. Or like you put an item on an enemy, that enemy is going to drop that item when you kill it. Or it's got a lot of stuff like that, where it's very intuitive on how to make the levels. Check out the stream I did of this because there was a good turnout for this. A lot of the level creators showed up and actually ran me through their levels, and it does the 4 swords thing where you can have up to 3 players and you can have to switch between them to solve puzzles. It's like crazy the level of detail they have in this already.
I love that.
It only just came out in early access, and they have a roadmap to explain okay, here's what we got planned, and yeah, you can tell already that this is gonna be something special. Like everyone's gonna be playing this, so it's
That's
$20,
really
$20 right now in early access. Yeah,
I'll check it out then. It sounds dope. Like it sounds good. Like no jokes. It sounds like a fun ass game.
Yeah. So definitely check out the stream of this because Yeah, one of the level creators came in and was like, "Yeah, man, just check this out." They knew so much that I was like, "Okay, what? Explain yourself. Who are you?" He's like, "Yeah, I like my level. I'm like a featured level creator." Oh, okay. Yeah, he was explaining shit that I had no idea, but it's great. It's great. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, check it out. And that's basically I played other stuff,
Yo,
but yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, there we go. Was I just like quiet the entire time?
yeah. Not the entire time.
Jesus.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds dope. When you were talking about four, if you compare it to Four Swords,
Yeah, yeah.
is it like multiplayer? Like, can you play with multiple people simultaneously, or?
It's 3 player, so you don't have to. That's the thing. So, like like in Mario Maker, you can kind of set can play conditions, I guess. I think Mario Maker 2 got into that more. But you can set conditions, so you can set how many players it is. So you can make a 3 player dungeon, but it doesn't require you can do it with one person and you switch between the different characters. So that's what I did when I loaded this guy's level up. You can pick up the other players, you can switch between them, and but you all have to stay on the same screen. So there's puzzles where you have to have one character go somewhere, and then the other character has to like help them solve a puzzle, like pull a lever that raises or lowers some spikes, while the other character has to navigate in between it. It's very cool.
Interesting.
It's
I
very
like
cool.
that.
Yeah. So
I like that. I'm gonna check it out then. It sounds dope. It sounds really dope.
yeah. So yeah, like I said, I check out the stream. There's a lot of there's a lot of info in that stream, and yeah, it's just it's a good watch and a good play.
Sounds like a fun ass game. I'll check it out.
Yeah, and that was
Was that
mostly
everything?
that was mostly all I played. I did play a little bit of Re-Reckoning, Kingdom of Amalur, Re-Reckoning. Is that what it's
Oh
called?
yeah.
I've gotten
Like the remaster of it. Yeah.
yeah, that game is like I'm not gonna talk about this much because I didn't play it much, but it's like it's like Skyrim, but like a third person action game.
Yeah, it's like Skyrim mixed with like Fable.
Yeah, Fable.
With a better combat system than both of them.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
cool because every time I've loaded that game up, at least 3 times now, I do that tutorial area where you're like in that dungeon, and then as soon as you
Yeah.
get out of that, I've stopped playing. So
Oh yeah, that's where like that's like the worst time to stop playing.
it's like now I've finally gotten a little further than that, and I'm like, holy shit, this is actually awesome. There's like alchemy, there's like blacksmithing, there's crafting, there's like specializations, or you can be a mage, or you can be a like a thief. There's like backstab. There's like a whole bunch of mechanics
And
in
not
this
just
game.
that, but like you can mix and match like the fucking the classes. And
Yeah.
so there's 3 core classes, right? There's like the rogue, the dexterity class, the warrior, the strength class, and the mage, the magic class. And there's like hybridized versions of each of those. So if you have like X amount of points in like magic and like strength, then you can be a battle mage. And if you level up that, you unlock a dash that lets you like teleport. You restore MP by either dealing damage or taking damage. Like the game's very, very diverse. It really lets you play how you want, and that's what I love the most about it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that game's really cool. Playing it on the Steam Deck, and it's running extremely well on that. So if you got a Steam Deck, load that game up. It's really good.
Yeah, that game's fucking incredible. Like it's really fun, but it does get really boring pretty quickly because of how big
really?
the game is. You spend a lot of time running around. It's the Skyrim problem of like you spend a lot of time running around, but there's not a lot of interesting stuff to like see while you're doing it with this game. So Yeah, so it's got that problem, but it's fun as shit, dude. It is fun as shit. Like, goddamn, it's a fun ass game. Like the first time I booted up, I was the same way. I wasn't really too impressed with the tutorial. I saw some of the potential with the tutorial, but I was like, I'm not really into it, and I kind of forced myself to keep playing it. I'm glad I did because it's great. Never finished it, but it's a lot of fun.
And then for the re-reckoning, they've added more shit. So once you get to the first town, there's a chest you can open that has a bunch of legendary equipment in it. And
yeah, from the DLC.
Yeah, and the problem is it has more shit in it than you can carry. So now my inventory is full, and I don't want to destroy any of that gear, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So that's where I'm at now, where I'm at the I haven't gotten much further than leaving that shit. Like I've only just taken a few steps and gotten to the first town, but I opened that chest, looted everything, and now my shit's full. And I'm trying to see if like the inn has a chest or something. I'm trying to find a chest to put that shit in, because you can take shit out of that chest, but you can't put it in. So that's where I'm at. My inventory is full, and I don't know what to do. So
you could find like a chest you can like put stuff in. There's like a storage chest.
I'm looking for. I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't remember where it is.
I thought it'd be at the end, but I didn't see anything. But yeah, so that's kind of all I played, really. So
I haven't been playing a lot, just a little game called Diablo 4.
Yeah,
I finally booted it up, man, and goddamn, this season's good. I'm playing it right now.
Saying.
This season's good as fuck. Dude, Diablo's back. Diablo's back. It's bigger, it's meaner, it's nastier, and I fucking love it. I fucking love it, dude. Oh my god, it's incredible. They completely revamped the gear system. So now when I scrap a legendary item, I have to choose between like scrapping it and getting the salvage, or taking it to the occultist and getting the legendary aspect. As soon as I scrap it, I just get that aspect.
Yeah.
And if I scrap the same aspect multiple times, it powers up the one I already have.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. It's so great. Loot drops are way better now. I'm noticing I'm getting legendary aspects much faster. I'm getting uniques more often now. Like, I haven't even hit level 50 yet. I've gotten like 5 uniques. It's great. The Helltide is back, and it's fucking fun as shit. That's all I've been doing. Is just that's when Diablo's at its best, man. You're fucking shit up, and it's incredible. I'm fucking shit up, getting items to fuck shit up more efficiently. I love it. I love it so much. I'm having a blast with it, dude. I am so happy with what they did with this season. It completely changed up all the equipment, the loot, enemy. I feel like mob density's higher. It's just everything is just so much better now. They got rid of all the useless fucking stuff that rolls on now. So every time you get a piece of equipment, there's like some actual noticeable bonuses on it now. It's fucking great, dude. It's so good. I love this game. It's so much better now.
I was gonna load. I haven't played it in like a week or two, because I was just playing it. Dude, when this shit came out, I'm like level 80. I got to level 80, maybe 90 in like the first 2 days. I was like, I need to take a break. So I haven't played it since then. But today, I think they're doing an event that starts today. That's like 20% XP bonus. I think there's like a loot goblin event going on. They're doing something this whole week where it's just an event going on. So I'm probably gonna load it up tonight, get in on that event, and and just get back into it. So, because it's too much fun.
Great. It is so much fun now. It is fucking everything I wanted it to be, and it's back, man. Diablo's back. Diablo's back. Oh, it's so good. What else have I been doing? I got Shantae Pirate's Curse yesterday. It was on sale, so I picked it up. It's still fun, but Diablo, man, goddamn, I'm playing it right now, and I'm having a blast with it. I'm just upset because like I only get a chance to play it a couple hours a night, really. Yeah. So I'll hit you up if I'm gonna try to play it tonight. There's a buddy of mine who's trying to hit me up, and I've been telling her like, "Hey, I want to play, I do, but our schedules don't exactly line up. Like, I only get a chance to play like super late at night once my kid's asleep, and even then, I'm on call if he wakes up again." But yeah, dude, the game is fucking dope. I'm running a druid right now because druid's really fun. I could have gone necromancer. That's the meta right now, but I just want to have fun, and druid's a lot of fun, especially that landslide trample druid I like to play with.
Yeah,
I'm having a blast with it. So
I got a bow rogue, and it's pretty dope. So, yeah,
Rogue's
it's
dope.
a good game. Good game, man.
Good ass game.
It was my
Great
game of the
game.
year last year, man. Like I feel like not a lot of people. It wasn't in the conversation for game of the year, but I feel like it should have been because it was
absolutely
the base game was good. You know, if you're not like a, you know, if you don't get into that end game shit, but it's just good, man. It's just a good game.
It's a good game. The base game's good, but I don't play Diablo for the base game. Like I'm not secretive about it. Like I'm very open that I play Diablo for the end game.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The end game is fucking good right now. The end game is delicious, finger licking good. This end game, dude.
Yeah, you know they added ray tracing.
Did they?
Yeah, in the settings, there's like ray trace with. I don't know if they have. I think it's just the lighting. Like ray trace lights.
I noticed they added some more quality of life stuff. So I noticed there's like a highlight option now for like enemies. I have that turned on because I'm blind as shit.
The horse you can sprint with the horse in the towns.
Yeah, there's a couple little quality of life things I'm noticing that they added.
The map zoomed out a little.
Yeah, there's a couple little things that I love about it. Also, now that it's on Xbox, I tested it yesterday. My progress carries over on Xbox.
Oh, nice.
So that's great. So when I'm being a dad, right, and my son's in the living room, I can play on the Xbox. I don't have to lock myself up in my office to play this game anymore. That's great. Which is like great for me. I should just get like a Steam Deck or something because I need something to play portably.
Yeah, it is Steam Deck verified. I think it's half off. You have to buy it again on Steam though.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But it's like half off right now.
I don't know what's like available that I can play on. I don't think there's any like devices that I can put BattleNet onto. But it's on Game Pass, so whatever I can put Game Pass on, I can play this on. So I might have to look into that.
Anything with the Steam Deck. Steam Deck runs Linux. Everything else runs Windows. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll check that out then, because that's what I really want, man. I want something I can play portably. So that way when I'm like being a dad, right, my kids watching Miss Rachel or Super Kitties or whatever, I could like do something. I can be playing something.
Yeah, it's just the Steam Deck is just it has the best value, you know, because everything else is like 500 plus.
Depends on what you mean by value. Like out of the box, yeah, it's the cheapest initial upfront cost, but you're limited to Steam really. If you try to do anything else on it, I've read that anything else other than Steam OS, it takes a huge dump.
Yeah, but the problem with Windows, Windows is not made for handheld shit. So doing anything on Windows is a pain in the fucking ass. Like, yeah, you have more access to shit, but also it's just a pain in the ass to, you know, fucking manipulating Windows on a fucking handheld device without a mouse and keyboard is dog shit. So I don't know, you gotta pick your poison there. You gotta pick your poison.
Oh, my poison's not Windows, so oh yeah, it is.
I would assume Microsoft would support Linux with Game Pass at some point. They'd have to. I mean, they don't have to, but they'd be brain dead not to. Like,
it's an easy selling point to support Game Pass, or support Linux.
I mean, like Game Pass and Steam, because I know EA Play does, and maybe even Ubisoft does, but you can use those services right from within Steam. So I'm sure Microsoft can do something like that with Game Pass.
I'm sure they could. It's a matter of why they haven't yet, but I'm sure they could.
Yeah. Or just
yeah,
make Windows more handheld friendly.
That too. Like that'd be the easiest option. Just make Windows handheld friendly, so I don't have to worry about like fucking operating dog shit. But no, like that's I'm having so much fun with Diablo 4, man. It's the addiction is back, man. I fell off the wagon hard, like I am. And it didn't take a lot for me to fall off the wagon either. Like it took one shitty season for me to take a break, and then now that everything's good again, I'm having a blast. My buddy got into it. He hit me up. He's like, "Yo, I just picked up Diablo 4 and it's great." I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, it's fucking dope. Just wait till you keep playing." And he's like, "Yeah, the story's really good so far." I'm like, "Let me stop you there." Like, hit me up when you're done with the story, and I'll show you real Diablo. But yeah, no, this game's dope. I would check the next show notes, but I'm in the middle of like a hell tide right now, so I'll let you do that. No, jokes aside, yeah, that's what I've been playing a lot of, man. We just had a Sony State of Play recently, and we had a couple games to look at. Concord was the first one that they opened up with. Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, so it's one of the like the thing is I think it looks okay. Like I think it looks like it could be fun. The problem is is there an audience for this still? It's a 5v5 hero shooter. So
you're right. Like, if they're an audience is a very important question because there's so fucking many of these.
Yeah.
Like, Overwatch 2 currently. Didn't fucking Ubisoft just release one?
X Defiant.
Yeah. And I think Siege is kind of a hero shooter now. I think it's kind of turned into a hero shooter. There's really not. There's not a lot of market for this.
The thing is, there's subtle nuances in each of these games where you can make the argument that it does kind of, it has a hole to fill, kind of. Like Overwatch is kind of fucking up. Destiny's like Crucible mode is kind of fucking up. And this does look more like a Destiny than it does an Overwatch to me. It looks like Destiny with heroes instead of like your own created thing. And that could be different enough to where it could like get those audiences. It can get the Destiny audience and it can get the Overwatch audience. And that might be enough. That might be enough.
It could be. It could be.
The characters seem everyone's hating on the characters, like, oh, it's just like Guardians of the Galaxy, you rip off. We've seen this 1,000 times. I think the characters are fine, especially like if they do. It sounds like they're doing the Titanfall 1 thing of you have these you'll have these you have the game, right, which is PvP, but then like stitched in between those you'll get like story shit. And they said like a different story every week. I don't know what happens. Like, what if you miss a week? You just miss that story, or can you catch up, or whatever? They got a lot of explaining to do, but
yeah,
I think that the beta is next month, so they're taking pre-orders now. It's $40. It's a $40 game, not free. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see what this game actually is. I don't like passing judgment on the game before I've played it. So, but I think I'm going to play it. I am going to play this, at least the beta. And, I can play it for free there, but I don't know. This looks, if it does,
the beta's free. I'll check it out.
Fills in that like Crucible hole, fills in that Overwatch hole. I think that's like a perfect spot. You could like steal those audiences easily.
I mean, we'll see, man. Like Destiny and Overwatch have such a huge just market share right now. I don't even know if like that's feasible to.
It's just people hate those
to
games
migrate
right
those
now.
players.
Like, yes, but people hate those games right now. That's the thing. Well,
People
like
hated Diablo 4 for a long time, and it's not like they suffered when like it's not like a bunch of people went to play Path of Exile or Grim Dawn. As much as I love those
I
games,
mean, I
like
did.
you did, yeah, but I don't think Steam numbers like really reflect that.
Yeah. But
So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like,
it's a bummer because if they just made a video game for this, I would be totally on board. Even if they are doing this Guardians of the Galaxy shit, I like because that's what Sony's like specialty is, fucking like character driven story fucking games. So you do one of those, except it's a first person shooter. That's all. So that's all you need. That's all you want out of Sony, right? Just give me characters, give me story, and whatever about the gameplay. So this is such a like departure. I mean, they are doing this like live service bullshit. They kind of like have to, I guess, but I don't know. I would have liked an actual campaign. You know, is it like speaking of Titanfall, just like do a Titanfall 2. Like just give us a great campaign and then a great competitive modes, and I'd be on board.
yeah, I don't know if I'd be on board. I'm kind of whatever. Shooters gotta do something. A shooter's gotta do something really special for me to like get into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
like,
didn't even get into Destiny. Yeah.
Yeah, like I played the first Destiny quite a bit, but Destiny 2 I was kind of whatever about.
Yeah, I was all up on Destiny, so
I
at
think
least
I'd like it if I like gave it a chance, but I'm playing so much shit right now.
the time has passed for Destiny.
Yeah,
The time has passed. They've all the old content they've like gotten rid of, so it's not even such like a fractured
I heard
experience.
about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, so you can't even go back and play the old content now. So if you're jumping in new, like you're, which is insane to me. Like, fucking World of Warcraft has been around for like what, like 20 years, and you could still play that from start to finish. Like,
Yeah,
that doesn't
but
make any fucking sense to me.
I think the thing is for like all that, World of Warcraft is kind of different because the assets are just, you know, they don't have a lot of. There's not like dialogues and cutscenes and like if you want to keep all that Destiny shit, there's a lot of. I think the argument was that we have to reduce the file. We have to keep the file size low because if we're like 10 years into this, you're gonna download this game and it's gonna come with all of that shit. It's gonna be huge. So I think there is an argument for it, but you know, you could
piecemeal what they want to download.
Yeah, like Halo, yeah, like Halo. You can just download. Let's give me Halo 1. Let me finish that, then I'll uninstall it and install Halo 2. And I'll play that. Yeah, like there's ways around it. So, but
yeah, just throwing it all away is fucking stupid. Like
yeah.
There's so many better options to that than just throwing everything away, and I think Activision's fucking up. Not Activision, no, Bungie. Bungie's like not part of Activision anymore. Bungie's fucking up. Not just, you know, allowing us to piecemeal download what we want, right? There's a ton of options that don't include just throwing it all away. Like, it's crazy to me that that's like a possibility.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Conquered. I'm gonna check it out when it hits. When that beta comes out. So. God of War Ragnarok's coming to PC on September 19th. It will require a PSN account to play the single player game. So, yeah, people are kind of upset about that. My thinking is, it's just another, like, who cares? It's just another one. EA did it. Activision, Blizzard does it. Fucking Ubisoft does it. Microsoft does it. Everyone does it. Who's a fuck? Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Dynasty Warriors Origins looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm one of the 3 people in the world who's played Dynasty Warriors 9. and got to see firsthand how fucked up that game was. So, um, I'm excited for an actual like Dynasty Warriors game in 4K. So
Yeah, that looks dope. Like, it looks like a lot of fun. I fucks with it. Well, yeah, you already hit God of War Ragnarok. Infinity Nikki. I don't remember that one. I don't think I saw that one. What is that one?
it's like a third person photography anime simulator. No one knows what it is. We just saw it and we won it. So that's all that matters. Ballad of Antara was one of 2 Souls games shown here. Looks awesome. Looks good. One of these was free to play. I don't know which one, but one of them was like a mobile game or something. They showed off some VR games. Behemoth, which looks cool. Alien Rogue Incursion. This Alien game is running at like 3 FPS.
Yeah,
very
that looked like dog shit. Very unimpressive.
Very confident of them to show that, but hey, I honor and respect the just showing that. I'm like, well, respect. Marvel Rivals looked actually good. It looked actually good. It's like a third person Overwatch. The card game? No, it's like the Overwatch one.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like a third person Overwatch with Marvel characters. It looks good, man. Like, it looks good. It's probably gonna be shitty, like free to play monetization. People are playing this already, so I'm not sure what people actually think about it aside from the controversies surrounding it. But like, if it's a fun video game, it also has like the Levolution shit. You can like destroy destructible environments. Like, it looks fucking good, man. It just looks good. That's all I'm gonna say. It just looks good. I want to play it.
Yeah, it looks way funner than it has any right to be. So yeah. I think we might be surprised with that one.
Yeah.
And again, like, that's another like hero shooter that's gonna that Concord needs to compete with. Like, this market is so bloated. God fucking damn it. This Helltide's pissing me off, dude.
The Helltides are dangerous, man.
Dude, I was having no problem until like right now. Literally, like I'm trying to kill this Blood Maiden. I keep getting my ass handed to me.
Yeah, you got to team up. Yeah.
I was doing fine by myself until like literally right now. I hit level 50 and the game's like, okay, we're gonna fuck you now. Yeah, Marvel Rivals looks good. Where Winds Meet. That's a Souls. That's that like it's a Souls like, but it's based on there's a term for them, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Those like fantasy, like kung fu movies, right?
I don't know. They didn't say anything about it. They just showed some. They showed some. I was like, one of these is a mobile game, though. I don't know which one, but that's what I've heard. So,
I mean, from the gameplay trailer, like, you saw that, right? Like, yeah, it looks like that superhuman martial arts, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon stuff.
Oh,
there's like a term. There's like a term for that, like, genre. I just don't know what it is, but
yeah,
that looks pretty cool.
Until
I'm
not
Dawn a huge fan of like, oh yeah, Until Dawn is getting a remaster, which is like, why?
Yeah, which it doesn't look. They're touting it's like being made in Unreal Engine 5, and I'm looking at this like, are you sure? This looks the same. It looks the same to me. Like, the worst part about the original game was like the frame rate.
Yeah,
but visually it was fine. Path of Exile 2. They showed this off. They showed us couch co-op, which is exciting. If it comes to PC, that'd be dope. But every time they show this game, it looks awesome. Like, I just want it even more.
They did same.
Silent Hill 2 remake. People were shitting on this.
People were shitting on like that character that like, oh, she's not hot anymore.
The girl, yeah, they made her like.
Yeah.
I've seen like the meme. They like made her fatter. I'm like, you guys are fucking evil.
Especially since like her whole story is that she was like sexually assaulted by her dad. Like, spoiler.
Yeah.
That's like her whole thing. So I'm sorry, like the rape victim isn't hotter. Like, that's a weird fucking hill to die on. Like,
yeah, I never played Silent Hill, so yeah, that was why I was like, I watched that whole Silent Hill. So right after the state of play, they did a whole Silent Hill thing where they showed way too much of this game. But I'm like, I want to play. I never played Silent Hill, any of them, so I kind of want to play through these when this comes out.
yeah, I want to play through that remake when it comes out because the same. I've never really played Silent Hill. I was never a Silent Hill guy or a kid growing up.
Yeah.
I grew up in a Resident Evil household, so so I'd like to check it out. And all these like, I'm gonna be honest, all these like anti-woke YouTubers that are saying like, oh, it's dog shit because they made her fat. I'm like, you just make me want to play it more, honestly.
Dude, I had to go through YouTube, and every time one of those channels came up on my recommended, I have to hit the button that says do not recommend this shit. Like I'm getting tired of these bullshit, and they get. I don't want to rehash. I don't want to rehash the rant I had earlier, but I just I get upset that these guys get like thousands of views, just shit talking fucking bullshit, and like we're actually trying to have like good discussions here.
Well, a part of it comes from the outrage clicks. Like, there's people who are like, I don't think black people should exist, and I'm gonna hide behind it by saying I'm anti-woke. And these guys, like these anti-woke YouTubers, like speak to that for these people, and it drives me fucking crazy that like I get recommended that shit all the time, and it's like, dude, isn't it exhausting just being that fucking angry at everything all the time? Like, it must be just, I can't imagine what your day is like if like seeing a black person like ruins you. Like what kind of life do you live that you see a character get fatter and it just ruins your whole day? You got to make like an hour-long video like screaming about it, or you boot up Starfield and the game asks you for your pronouns and you just lose your fucking mind. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane to me. It's exhausting. It must be exhausting just being that fucking angry and frustrated all the time. That's why I choose like not to interact with that stuff, because I'm like, dude, I don't have the time or energy to like do this. I'm a grown ass man. I have a family. I have a kid. I work. Like, I don't have the time to be just frustrated and angry at everything all the time. Like,
yeah. But we also actually enjoy the hobby that these people claim that they're a part of.
Yeah. That too. Like, I actually enjoy playing games, and I enjoy talking about them. And even like bad games, like quote unquote bad games, I can find something like cool about it. But just getting frustrated and angry and just ranting at the dumbest shit, dude, it's like, come on. Like,
yeah, it was the Hellblade shit really opened my eyes to
just how disingenuous like gaming YouTube is.
Yeah. Because on one hand, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's an incredible video game, but it's almost the opposite direction, because I don't understand how that game's getting 80s. That game's sitting in the 80s right now in terms of like reviews. And
I don't see how it's getting 80s, but I also don't think it's like dog shit. Like,
yeah. Like,
I've played like dog shit games. Like, that game is not a dog shit game. Like, come on here. Like, God, it's just frustrating because like there's no room for nuance in gaming YouTube. Like, you have to be the most extreme on like everything, and if you don't agree with me, fuck you. Like, I hate that so much.
Yeah.
And it's not just us. It's like there's a lot of like gaming YouTubers that have this like middle ground, this genuine like love for the medium, and they're not as popular as like just the hate guys.
This guy
That's
had a
kind of how it's
2 hour.
always been, right?
He had a 2 hour video, dissecting the initial like reveal gameplay trailer versus the YouTube video of Digital Foundry, and going step by step and like look at this lighting. You gonna tell me that this lighting is not a downgrade? I'm sitting there like, motherfucker, you didn't even play the game. You're looking at YouTube clips and trying to compare. You don't understand how like fucking how infuriated I was like watching that, man, like in disbelief.
No, I get it because he's being like disingenuous and like.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I fucking hated like when the Fallout show came out. Like every single one of those anti-woke YouTubers just bitching about it. Just found the dumbest shit to complain about, dude. Oh my god, I hated it. I got so sick of all the discourse, like, because there's no real discourse. It's people being mad to farm views. I hate it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's no room for nuance, and like, I said gaming YouTube, but really any sort of like critique YouTube, like there's no room for nuance at
like
all.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. But yeah, Until Dawn Remastered, Path of Exile 2, Silent Hill 2 Remake. Monster Hunter Wilds got a first look. It looks incredible, dude.
Yes.
It looks incredible. It's like a step up from World, because it's actually like an open world game now. It looks so good, man. Like I'm a long time Monster Hunter fan, and I got into it with Freedom Unite 2 on PSP. That's my first Monster Hunter, and I love these games. And this game looks good. This is a day one buy for me. Do we have any word yet if it's going to be crossplay compatible?
We don't know yet. I don't think. I have not heard anything about this in terms of the systems or how shit is gonna work. I did hear that it's not as open as it seems. It is still like, though it's not as closed as like the previous games. It wasn't like, like sections. It is like one big area, but it's still like zoned off.
Well, that's kind of what World did. It's like, you pick like a biome, and like that's the whole map is what you're playing on.
Yeah, but I think it's bigger than that, but smaller than like but it's still doing that, is what I'm saying. Because what I expected was it is like one big like Breath of the Wild type shit, where it is you could just walk into the lava zone, and then you walk into the ice zone, and then you walk into the, instead of like picking a thing and being like, okay, here's the lava zone that I'm selecting from the map. I was hoping they'd gotten past that with this, but they're still doing that.
In defense of the the way it's handled, with you picking a level and a biome and going through that. What I like about that is that it gives Capcom the freedom to really construct a good ass level with a lot of interactivity and a lot of attention to detail, right?
Don't play defense for these guys. They can do that on like a bigger map.
But to what extent, though? Like, I like this idea of going to this map, having it being a wide map, a really large map with a lot of detail, verticality, really good level design is what I want to see more of. If I'm going to be hunting these monsters, I almost don't want it to be like, I don't want to have the Phantom Pain problem where it's a great level-based, story-driven game, but it kind of takes a shit with the open world mechanics. And what?
Well, because like my thing. Okay, so if you're it's like Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy the part where you're like hunting the monster, But I feel like in the previous game, like World and Rise, they made it so like they hold your hand way too fucking much. I mean, you pick because you pick the map, you already know the monster's gonna be there, right? And then it's like you already know where the fuck. Like it's not you're not hunting anymore. It's like so fucking easy.
So
it's
if you
so
remember, the first time you interact with the monster, it doesn't show up on the map.
Yeah.
You have to find it. And then after you find it, you level up your research for that monster. And then it starts like flagging it on the map for you.
Yeah,
like,
it should just never do that. It should if it gave me like a huge map with every like biome on the map and I had to actually like research, okay, this is the monster I'm looking for, and I had to like research and like understand where to find it, what time of day to find it, like if it actually had dynamic time and like weather. Oh, it's known spawn in this like weather environment, or it loves this temperate environments, or it loves like water. And I actually had to like learn the map and like learn shit. Like that's monster hunting. In my I don't have the like the background with the series that you do, but the parts that I like about it as like for me
as a concept,
not necessarily the concept, because I feel like it did have that at some point.
So here's my counterpoint to that. All right. You're like one upgrade away from upgrading this like weapon or armor. You just need like one really rare piece the monster's not dropping. Can you imagine having to do that every fucking time you want to hunt that monster and get a chance to roll that piece?
That's part of the game, man. That's part of the hunt. That's part of the hunt.
I don't know. To me, like Monster Hunter is like the grind, man. It's the grind. It's learning the level and then learning the most optimum path to like track it, kill it, and use the level to help me like take it down. Either it's by like taking it to like Iceborne did this super well because you can grab on the monster and manipulate it with the clutch claw and send it flying in different directions, and you could literally like send them into like environmental hazards or barrels your buddies put down. Like that's what's fun in Monster Hunter to me. And I feel like this open world like idea would dilute that, because having to do that every time you want to hunt this monster is going to be really frustrating unless they completely change like how loot works, which at that point I don't know how you would do that in like a multiplayer setting, because another part of the fun of Monster Hunter is like partying up. You know, getting a group of buddies together and then taking down these monsters together. The more of you that are there, the stronger the monster is, the more loot it can drop. Like that's another huge important part of it. And having an open world setting where you're doing it all solo, that would kind of dilute that a little bit. I mean, we'll see when the game comes out. We haven't heard shit about it really, so.
Yeah. That's the only thing I know. The other thing I know is you can carry 2 weapons. You can bring 2 different weapons and then switch between them while you're out in the field.
I heard about that too. I don't know how I feel about that.
Because it is bigger. I think they are bigger. It is bigger than it's been. So there is like, it's like in the middle of completely open world and where it's been in like Rise and World. So
and that's right. I don't know how I feel about like letting you swap between weapons like on the fly. Because another part, at least for me, the part of the fun of Monster Hunter is like that prep time. Like, okay, I'm gonna fight this monster. I should pack this equipment, this weapon that the monster's weak to. I should pack these.
But see, what I like is I like the uncertainty though, because I feel like the games just became too predictable. Like I do like not being prepared for shit. You know, I do like, okay, it would be like one weapon would be like less, you could be less prepared, but I feel like they're making it more open, so there's more opportunity for it to be less predictable. So they were like, okay, you bring this weapon, you bring maybe like the opposite, like the counter to that weapon. So you'd be prepared for like 2 different things.
Well, that's the beauty of Monster Hunter, man. Like it starts out like that, because again, like, you know, monsters, you don't know where they are initially. After you hunt it enough times, then that's when the game starts flagging, like, here's where the monster is.
What I feel like it takes once. I feel like it's like one time. Is it not just like one time? You do the thing one time. You like loot their spit. You like knock a tooth off them, and then like you permanently know where they're at. I didn't put that much time in these games than you did, but I feel like it got to that point very quickly.
So here's my thing too, because it kind of reflects that you becoming a more veteran like player. Like, yeah, it's predictable later on, but when you first get there, you're not going to know. A new player's not going to know, like, I should pack like this equipment for this monster. I'm going to be in like a lava level, so I should pack like cool drinks so I don't like overheat myself.
Yeah.
Like, a new player's not going to know that, and you might not know to pack for that your first, second, maybe even third time. But once you know about that and you start making the effort to prep for that, that's rewarding to me, at least, is that it's not the game telling you you need this, it's you learning after multiple playthroughs, like, hey, this level has a point in it where it's going to be really hot, I'll need to bring some cool drinks so I don't overheat myself. Or, hey, this monster has poisoned me before, I should bring antidotes so the poison doesn't fuck me up. And you're learning that as a player. Like, yeah, later it becomes formulaic, like, oh, I'm fighting a Pookie Pookie, I should pack antidotes, I'm going to be fighting him off in this level, so I should pack this drink to help me out, and this and that. But that comes later, after playing it a lot of times and knowing what to pack with it. Especially with the higher grade levels, don't pack a lot of shit for you. Like, when you start hitting like G rank and stuff, the game doesn't start packing stuff for you. You have to remember to pack your own potions, pack your own herbs, your own cool drinks, your own stamina drinks. You got to make that effort on your own.
Yeah.
But I could see there's some merit to bringing some like unpredictability. Like, every hunt maybe has something a little bit different to keep you on your toes. I can see some merit to that too. We'll see when this drops or when they announce more for it, but I'm hyped, dude. I'm a simple man. I see Monster Hunter, I get excited. I see Monster Hunter, I pre-order. Like, I'm very simple.
Yeah. It looks great. I'm definitely gonna play this.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm definitely gonna play it. Like, it could look like dog shit, and I'll probably still pick it up. Like, Astro Bot's getting a new non-VR game.
This looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks cool. I don't know why Astro Bot's not getting more games. Like, it's kind of upsetting that Astro Bot's kind of getting ignored.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They've been using him as just like a showcase, technical showcase. Like, hey, here, check out this new controller, or check out this VR shit.
Yeah.
So he's good. He's like a new mascot. He's a mascot that can like stand in for all the other PlayStation characters that are not technically mascots, or like both old and new. You know, he can be like the Ellie, and also like they show off like Parappa in here. They show off like Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, like all those classic PlayStation icons that, you know, you might have forgotten about or make an appearance in this. And like they're like kind of one-upping Mario in a way. Like, this looks so Mario.
Yeah.
Nintendo's been real quiet since this trailer dropped.
I mean, this looks good. We're really gonna say it's better than like Mario Odyssey? Like, really?
It looks like their Mario Odyssey. That's what it looks like. Like you're taking abilities from other things and like using those abilities. There's a bunch of different worlds, a bunch of different levels, a bunch of different characters. So it looks like their Mario Odyssey, really.
We'll check it out when it drops. I'm not gonna play. It's gonna be on PlayStation 5. I don't have one, so
yeah. I'm sure this will hit PC eventually in a year. Give it a year. But
yeah, eventually. We'll see.
Yeah, that was the state of play. People were real sour about the state of play. I'm like, it's seems fine. They showed you some games, man. What do you fucking expect? Astro Bot looks incredible.
Games. Yeah, it looks good. We also got some quickie updates, like PlayStation VR 2 can access games on PC with an adapter starting August 7th. That's great.
No,
That's
there's a
great.
catch. There's a catch to this.
Yeah, what's the catch?
Well, the catch is, so the adapter, it needs an adapter. It needs an adapter, and the adapter is $60 on its own.
Jesus, why? Why do you need an adapter? What does it plug in with? It's USB, isn't it? Like, what the fuck are you adapting, really?
It's USB-C, I think, but USB-C doesn't. Graphics cards don't have USB-C anymore. They used to, but not anymore. So it needs an adapter that makes it compatible with like DisplayPort. So you plug the DisplayPort into your.
Watch like third parties like release something like a quarter of that price that works just as well.
Yeah. But there's more. There's more. I don't know if you heard about this, man, but
no, I didn't.
Okay, well, it's not going to support any of the features that PSVR 2 has on PS5. So it's not going to support HDR. It's not going to support Rumble. It's not going to support eye tracking. It's not going to support adaptive triggers. It's not going to support, I think, the headphones. It's not going to support the audio. So basically, any reason that you would buy a PSVR 2, it's not going to be supported on PC. So you should probably, if you don't already have a PS5, there's no reason to get this thing for PC. But if you have a PS5, then it's a bonus that it'll work on PC.
Yeah, if you're in that small focus group that has a PS5 and a PC and gives a shit about VR and didn't already buy like a Vive or something, like this would be great for you. But
yeah,
that's frustrating. I'm less excited about this now. Fuck this piece of shit.
Yeah, I would have bought this. I would have bought this if it had all the features. But
especially since like it's so much cheaper right now. No, it's not. I think the Oculus starting like what 300, and this is like 500.
Yeah, it's more expensive, but it has a lot of features though. Like nothing else like has like HDR, eye tracking for this price. Like it's great. It's a great price for like all the features here. But you're not going to get any of that on PC, so it's very much not worth it for just PC.
Yeah, that's like hella frustrating.
Yeah. So that's that's that.
That's a bummer.
Next Dragon Age, this just dropped. This is new shit. New shit.
She get like a little she get like an audio board. Just new shit.
I could do that. I could do that. Dragon Age has a new title and they're gonna reveal some shit. So they've changed the title from Dragon Age Dreadwolf to Dragon Age The Veil Guard. I don't think that's as good as Dreadwolf. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but
no, it does not.
But they're saying they're gonna reveal 15 minutes of gameplay on next Tuesday.
Ooh.
So I'm excited, man. They've been cooking this. BioWare has been in a slump recently. They've been real quiet since their previous fuck ups.
Since Anthem
since
and Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm sure there's more.
You can even say Inquisition to some degree, because that didn't really, people weren't really too hot on that either. So
yep.
So I'm excited, man. Like Dragon Age, I want to see them make a good comeback, man. It'll be. I want to see them succeed, man, because we know they have it in them. So it seems like EA's been hands off with them, just letting them cook, and I just wanna. I'm curious to see what they've got with this. So especially after seeing like all the other like great RPGs come, like Baldur's Gate, like they must have had some inspiration from that. So I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see.
No, I'm excited to see it too. I'm not a huge Dragon Age fan. I tried playing Origins, and it's good. It's just I keep getting distracted by other games. I will play it and beat it eventually, but I keep getting distracted by other shit. So seeing this, it's gonna be like a whole new game. So it's probably a good starting point for people like me who didn't really get into them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out now. That looks cool. Man, a lot of good stuff coming out, or interesting stuff, I should say. Like, I have no idea if this is gonna be good or not, but
Yeah, I didn't put it in here, but the after the show, I'm gonna be playing Bloodborne Kart.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that dropped on Steam. I'm gonna be playing that after the show, and then tomorrow starts the Keeley Summer Fest. So we're gonna stream that. I think it's like 4 hours. So that's tomorrow.
I am gonna be picking up my son after this, and tomorrow I'll be working like a bitch. So
yeah,
that's gonna be my day. I might hop in and say hi, depending on like what my date looks like. My kid's been like super needy lately. I don't know what his deal is. He's hitting this point where he's like, I think he's like starting to get more self-aware that he could like cry and will usually give up and give it to him. So yeah, so I'm trying to like break that habit with him, but it's been hard. Dude, last night, like, one of the reasons I was late to the show right now is because last night he woke up at like 3:00 in the morning and didn't go back down till like 4:30. Yeah. And he was just like crying and fussing. I guess he just had gas because we were just like trying to see like what's wrong with him. He's like crying, and then he just like burped, and then like he was chill after that. But he was like awake because he'd been crying for like an hour, so he was like wide awake and trying to like play. And I'm like, no, dude, it's bedtime.
Yeah, that's about the time I went to sleep. So
yeah, I went to bed at like 1:00 because I expected him to be asleep and stay asleep. And like I was surprised when 2 hours later he woke up.
Yeah.
And made life really hard for my wife and I for a couple hours. I love him. Don't get me wrong, I love him. But yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. Game releases.
Game releases. You got some new games coming out. Blockbuster Inc. is dropping June 6th on PC.
This looks like a movie creating game. This reminds me of that on like PS2, was it? There was a game where like you were like the action guy. You were like this. Was it called Stuntman? Was that a Vin Diesel game?
I don't remember.
No,
but
I think there were two games. I think there were two. I think there was a different game. I think it was one called In the Movies, where you're doing all the scenes for a movie. If you like fucked it up, you had to like. It was not fun at all, but it reminds me of this.
Yeah.
It's like a movie making game. Management game. Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, this is a really interesting experience because this basically just lets you like make movies and stuff. So
yeah. I wonder if you can like watch them after you make it.
Yeah, probably. Let's see.
Or if it's just like the management part and not so much the...
I think you could like watch them play back after. I might be wrong.
I want to find that game I'm talking about. There were two games. There was a Stuntman game that was Vin Diesel, I think. That one sucked because it was like Driver, where you had to do everything perfectly. And it was garbage because you just had to do everything perfectly, and it sucked. But then there was another one where I think it was called In the Movies, where you're actually making the movie. You're not just like the stunt part.
I think that's the same way because the trailer makes it look like that's what you're doing here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's when you have a lot more controls, like The Sims, but with movies.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it comes out today, so we can go check it out. Garage Bad Dream Adventure. What the hell is this? Oh, I heard about this game.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like it's either a remake or a remaster of like some old PS1 game. Oh no, PC adventure game from 1999. Yeah.
You are thrown into a weird world by the machine garage. Can you escape from it? Oh, it was a point and click adventure game.
Yeah, this game came out like way back in like the late 90s, and apparently it was like a super good hidden gem that didn't get enough attention when it came out, so it's getting re-released now.
Huh. Is it Chinese?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Like the models and the characters all look really crazy. So it looks cool. We also got oh, that's coming out on Switch. Yeah, it's been out on Steam for a while already.
Yeah.
So you can check that out when
There's
it comes out.
one person in my friend list who knows about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Writer's Spirit. I don't know what this is. There was no Steam page for this one, so let's pull up a trailer. The racing game, motorcycle
just,
game.
like, froze.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my shit froze. I'm back now, but my shit just like froze for a minute. I don't know what the hell happened.
Writer's Spirit looks like Super Mario Kart, but on motorcycles.
Which I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I fuck with that.
That's the best way to explain this. You get the perfect idea of what this is. It looks like there's like some kind of like helmet mode. You're like you're seeing the view through the helmet. Like, what the fuck? But it's like behind you. What is that? Oh, it's like you're looking behind you. That's interesting. Huh. Well, that's a perfect Switch game there. All right. V Rising is coming to PS5. I've been wanting to try this. I know
cool.
it just came out of early access.
Yeah, it's a survival game, which I'm kind of whatever about, but you play as a vampire, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's got a crossover with Castlevania, so
yeah, but it's not a free add-on. The Castlevania pack is it costs money. Oh, it's $20 for the Castlevania. Yeah. So
I mean, it still looks cool. So it's definitely on my list.
Yeah, people have been saying that this is like a Diablo, but I don't think it is.
It's an overhead, like isometric action game like Diablo, but it's got like survival elements in it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if I buy this expecting Diablo, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah. You should buy it expecting what was that like Norse mythology based like survival game? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very similar to that. Like, it's like overhead. It was like super popular for a while. Yeah. I guess you should go in expecting Valheim with vampires.
Yeah. I did play. I don't know why the Castlevania shit reminded me of this, but I've been playing a lot of the Vampire Survivor. Oh, that's why Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors that Contra DLC came out.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
A while ago. Dude, I've been playing so much of that. I've been playing, well, because I haven't touched Vampire. They've been putting out a bunch of content for free. So you like load that game up and there's just a bunch of new shit in it. But I don't know, that the Castlevania shit was the shit that made me turn it back on. And I've been playing a fuckload of that.
The Castlevania shit or the Contra shit?
The Contra shit. Yeah. I've been playing a shitload of that. So yeah, it's great. It's great. Because the city
I'm almost like overwhelmed because like there's so much content in it. I'm like, I don't know where to start with this. Like,
Yeah, I just did the Contra shit and nothing else. I just did that and nothing else. I keep running that city. The city level is so much fun because you get pickups, and the pickups are like additional weapons. So you can get up to like, you can get like 10, 15 weapons and just become like OP. You can get more than you can like fully upgrade. And everything transforms. You just get so OP. It's like impossible to lose. So it's just so much fun.
incredible.
I'm noticing I like things that are like severely imbalanced in my favor. Like with Combat Master and then like with the Contra Survivors thing. Like you get so OP. It's like so much fun.
I like games that give you potential to be like really overpowered. Like Diablo is a great example. Like by default, like you're not like overpowered, but you can be.
Yeah. The thing about Diablo is it kind of encourages you to by the end game. Like if you're not playing one of those meta builds, you're just not gonna be able to hold on, you know? Like I'm kind of getting to that point now where I'm working my way to the end game shit, and I'm just noticing like my build just cannot hang. Remember,
I was take you to get there though, like,
well, 2 days of just serious.
So I mean, you got like 2 days of like just serious straight gameplay out of it. Like you hit a wall, maybe you don't want to get over that wall, but you got a lot of time out of it.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. I like looking at the end game stuff, but I usually don't look at like. I get an idea of like what the end game build should look like, but I kind of play how I want, like up until then.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Because I remember when I was first talking about the new season, I was like, dude, you're so OP. It's so easy. It's so broken. But it really is that until you get to like torment difficulty, and then it just completely just fucks you. It is no longer easy. Like it wants you there. And part of it is probably because I'm not utilizing every mechanic to my advantage. Like I didn't fully upgrade everything. Yeah,
it sounds like you have to like really get to that point.
Yeah, but that, you know, that's what the end game is about. So
yeah, which is like fine with me because like I love that shit. I live for that shit.
Yeah.
But no, I'm still playing Diablo right now, man. I'm a little upset that like we're done, so I gotta go pick up my kid and stop playing Diablo. I'm just kidding. I love my family. I love my life. I joke around that like I'm super addicted to this game, but I could really, I'm capable of like putting it down. I got shit to do. Like
that's what they all say. I can stop anytime I want.
I can't. I stopped playing for an entire season. Remember?
Yeah, that was when the season was bad though.
Yes, so. I feel like if you're a drug addict, even bad heroin is still like worth doing.
True.
So I don't think I'm an addict per se. I have an addictive personality for sure, though. Like, and if I didn't have any responsibilities, like if I can get someone to watch my kid, you know, I didn't work, I would be playing this game all day, every day. Like, not even kidding.
Yeah.
But I don't have that life, so I have to work. I have people to take care of. So. But now that it's on Xbox and my progress carries over, I could probably just play that while he's like doing his little kid thing. Swimming around playing all the expensive toys I bought him, ignoring those expensive toys, playing with the boxes that came in. You know, I can play Diablo while he's doing that.
Yeah, so you can get your fix anywhere now.
There you go. All
that's
gonna do
it.
Like a Steam Deck or something, and like I'll never have to stop.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for the show, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming and listening to us. You know where to find us. So, Sabi, tell people where they can find us.
Guys, you can go to Gameoverse.com. Gameoverse.com/Twitch. Gameoverse.com/YouTube. Gameoverse.com/Discord. Hop in that Discord using the events. Look at the events tab and everything, you know, all our doings, all the streams are just laid out in there. So you know exactly when You hit that little interested button and it'll send you a notification when shit is going down. So hop in there and do that. I'm gonna be playing Bloodborne Kart in like an hour from now, so join us for that.
Join us.
Join us,
I'll
Ed.
check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out in between, like, rounds of being a dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it, everybody. Be cool, be safe, listen to each other, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.